Hello and welcome to another video. This is Voorhees Retro 81 and this is a response to the fantastic James Retro Import Gamer. He's been doing a series of entertainingly titled box porn videos on game artwork that he really likes, and I thought that was a really interesting topic, and it's very interesting to see his choices because he mostly buys import titles from Japan and America, so often it's artwork that we didn't have over here. I'm predominantly a PAL collector, and I'm planning another video, or maybe a video series, to just cover like how I ended up, PAL collecting versus other things and whatnot. I just thought that'd be an interesting topic to waffle on at some point. So at some point I will waffle on it. Anyway, so I've got a mix here of Master System and Mega Drive games to kick it off. So without further ado, the first I picked is the Master System version of Speedball. I'll just show the artwork there. Now this is one of two versions. This is the Virgin release of Speedball on the Master System. There is also, I want to say, an ImageWorks release, which is doesn't have this sort of gory comic book style artwork on it. It has the traditional artwork that came with the original release of Speedball on other systems like the Amiga and the Commodore and such like. I'm crap at Speedball, but I really like it. So there's been, if I had more space, it'd be a temptation to have both, because I do like the other artwork for its kind of like iconic nature. But this just knocks it out of the park. I really love this artwork, and in a way, I think it influenced me picking up Speedball on the Master System, despite the fact that I suck massive chodes at Speedball. So I do really enjoy playing it though. So there's a hint for anybody who ever wants to match wits with me on a game. Pick Speedball, and then you kick my ass, and I'll still have a good laugh. Anyhow, Speedball, great artwork. Really like this one. You got the little mini image there, like you do on some Master System games, and then the generic sort of back end with the Virgin logo. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people rag on the Master System, but in terms of its artwork, and I do think that if it had had better artwork, maybe like, the Sega Mark III artwork that they had in Japan instead, I think it probably would have done better, but then I probably wouldn't have been able to collect what I've been able to collect on the Master System, because it would have been a lot more sought after and a lot harder to find. Anyhow, Speedball. Number 1. So we're going to the Mega Drive for number 2. And I feel like I'm cheating a bit with this one, because this is pretty much the same artwork, only slightly differently graphically arranged from the Japanese original. And I'm surprised actually that James hasn't brought this one up yet, but I think he's doing a full, he's going to keep on keeping on with his series, so it wouldn't surprise me if this one comes up. And that is Burning Force. Now, I'm sorry about the glare on this. Obviously, this is a bit Ripley. The cellophane at the front, or perspex, or whatever it is. So there's the box art. It's a crop with the Mega Drive, the sort of original black Mega Drive branding on it, and the title in a different place. Burning Force, for me, the Japanese artwork is one of the Japanese artworks that, although the actual image is really good, like the graphics on the Japanese version, I don't like much. The title just seems to be randomly positioned somewhere, and there's not much flow to it. It doesn't really flow with the artwork, whereas this has like the big bold title down there. It sort of crops in on the action a bit more, and it just sort of pops a little bit more. And then obviously you've got the standard Mega Drive black sort of, I think this was like the sort of Model 1 Mega Drive artwork, the first revision of it. And I really like that. I'm a sucker for the black and white sort of grid of the early Mega Drive games and the Master System games. I really like that. I always thought it was a shame when Sega went to like just the blue or red, you know, binding and everything. And I always thought that looked a bit crap, but you know, what can you do? For a lot of people, that may be when they got a Mega Drive, and that's the type that they're nostalgic for. But yeah, this is the kind of artwork I love, and I think all of the Mega Drive ones I've chosen are with that black branding. So I'm looking at the time and thinking I better get a move on, but we'll see. So next we have Air Rescue. Again, we're back to the Master System here. Another game that I'm not very good at. It's kind of like if you've not played Air Rescue, it's kind of like an advanced version of Choplifter, crossed with Airwolf, but more forgiving from the 8-bit micros. So yeah, this is another really good Master System game that you should definitely check out, but one that has really good artwork, I feel, and artwork that, although obviously it's, you know, Master System graphics, though they're pretty good for 8-bit systems, don't quite live up to this artwork. It's indicative of something that you will actually be doing in the game, which I always quite like. You know, I like artwork that kind of represents a scene from within the game, much like a sort of film poster or the like. So again, just standard Master System fare. Otherwise, you know, little picture-in-picture on the what's it called? Oh, brain's not working today. On the outside of the sleeve, anyway. The spine, that's what it's called, on the spine of the game. God, getting old. And then, you know, your bog standard screenshots bump on the back. So that's Air Rescue. Well worth checking out if you haven't. Stone Cold Classic here. Altered Beast on the Mega Drive. One of my all-time favourite pieces of video game artwork. I have a funny feeling again, this is just a crop of the original Japanese artwork, but James, if you've got Altered Beast on the Mega Drive, on the Japanese Mega Drive, I would love to see it, to see if it's the same kind of artwork as this, because as we've talked about before, this is one of my all-time favourite games, period, let alone on the Mega Drive. I have this on a ton of different systems, but this is the Stone Cold Classic for me, and the artwork is iconic to me, and it's just something that automatically springs into my brain when I think Mega Drive. Again, you've got the sort of black grid, which I really like. You just got the title on the spine, and then the artwork on the back. Obviously that looks pretty cool, because Altered Beast, you know, regardless of what your feelings about Altered Beast are, it is a graphically impressive game, so the screenshots do pop quite nicely on the black background. So yeah, Altered Beast. Right, so here we have the final Master System one, and that is Chase HQ. So this actually uses the Japanese PC Engine artwork, and sort of isolates it onto the white Master System grid, and I feel like the PC Engine has a kind of sort of generic, just like sort of sky gradient behind there, and this artwork's hilarious. I really love it, and it's a great game. This is one of my original Master Systems games that I've had in the collection since I started with my Master System way back in the day. So it's one that holds a lot of nostalgia for me, but it's always one that I pull out when people say, "Oh, Master System artwork's all crap." You know, this just cracks them up. And I just love how completely this guy doesn't even care. He's just flying through the air in his car like, oh, I don't know. It's just not my day. Very bog standard for the rest of it. You know, just average Master System, you know, 80s fare. Although actually this is a 1990 release, so there you go. What do I know? But yeah, that's Chase HQ on the Master System. Another corker. Really like the artwork. Really like the game, and it's just iconic to me these days. I haven't had it so long. And finally, again, I have a funny feeling that spoiled it. I have a funny feeling that this is basically another crop of the original Japanese artwork. Again, also have a feeling James may be able to correct me if that is not the case, but we have SNK's classic Fatal Fury. Mega Drive port maybe not my favourite of all the Fatal Furies, though it is pretty solid. Very challenging, which is maybe not the case for some of the other ports. So don't expect an easy ride out of this, but I just love this artwork. It's an example of how, like, you know, if the Sega artwork was thought through, it was always really good. It's just, you know, sometimes it's just absolute bobbins. And the SNES stuff can be just the same. I mean, you know, if you look at like the original Final Fight artwork versus the American Final Fight artwork, you just look at yourself like, what are you doing? But yeah, I really like this. I've always liked Fatal Fury a lot, and this is a really good representation of what Fatal Fury is all about. You've got Terry, you've got Joe, you've got Andy, and you've got Geese in the background. Good sort of 80s, 90s urban vibe to it, and a nice big game logo at the bottom, and then that's on the spine as well. And then again, you know, you just got the generic Mega Drive stuff in the back. So that's my 6 choices from the Mega Drive Master System Sega era. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there were any that, if I like those ones, I should definitely try and seek out. Video respond if you feel up to it. Anyhow, thanks very much for watching, and as always, peace out.